Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Jay from Daily Reaction. Okay guys, this video here is titled, Is Black Culture's Ghetto? And the answer is yes. That's what the title of the video is. It's not me that's saying it, but that's the title. We about to get to this video. Let's watch this video together, guys. Get my reaction on it. Let's go.
Is Black Culture Ghetto? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deshawn and this is Slash Uncut. So Candace Owens got in trouble last week again on the holiest of Black holidays, which is Juneteenth. Candace Owens tweeted out the following: Juneteenth is still ghetto and made up. Hope everyone enjoys it. Now, obviously, she received a ton of backlash online. People were understandably not happy with her statement. So one of the persons that responded to her tweet was Mark Lamont Hale, who was famous for basically being a lefty black guy. He said, all holidays are made up. You honor July 4th, which commemorates independence, despite the fact that black people were still enslaved. You'd celebrate Thanksgiving, which whitewashes indigenous genocide, yet you're bothered by Juneteenth, which celebrates black freedom. Why?
All right, let's go on and let's get a response to that one. All right, so he's not making no sense. Mark is one of those, leftists that just anything with black, no matter what you do, if you're black, you innocent. So this guy is pretty much one of those super lefty guys and don't really care about what's going on. He's a nobody. But anyway, he said, okay, all holidays are made up. But then behind that, you mentioned Juneteenth, which is a made up holiday too. Who came up with that holiday? So you're not making any sense there when you say that all holidays are made up. Seriously, that doesn't make any sense when you say that. Now, Candace Owens is somebody that do be, she's a conservative. She do talk a lot about the things that black culture do, which is a lot of crazy stuff. I don't agree with everything she say, but she do say a lot of stuff that makes sense. So, when she say that the culture is ghetto and this and that, yes, it is ghetto, because this is the stuff that black people like to celebrate. They like to celebrate the nonsense, like the sexy reds that's going to school, shaking her butt. Now the kids are doing the same thing, pound town or whatever. I don't have my kids listen to that nonsense. Just the rap music, and even R&B just got worse. Just got bad. Like, they just talking about, all they doing is just, sexualizing women and women accepting it. So I can't even blame them, because the women are the ones dancing to it, right? But anyway, let's continue.
Candace Owens went on her podcast later on that day, I think the day after, to explain herself further, and this is what she had to say.
84% of black students lack proficiency in mathematics, and 85% of black students lack proficiency in reading skills. 85%. Does that not just shock you? Does that not absolutely shock you? It is incredible. And yet they scream progress because they can twerk on top of a Pizza Hut on Juneteenth. How is that for freedom? So it's true, you guys. You've said this 1,000 times. I get it. I'm not invited to the cookout on Juneteenth. I guess I'm just going to have to stay alive. That's my other option. I don't want to go to your stupid cookout. I don't want to do anything. I want nothing to do with black culture today. I don't know how many times I can say that. There's nothing good about it. It's completely ghetto. It's not the black culture I grew up watching. It ain't the Winslows. It's not Family Matters. It's not the Jeffersons. It's not the Cosby Show. It is something that is entirely derogatory and disgusting. It's filthy. I want nothing to do with it.
Now, the question then begs, is black culture ghetto? Short answer to that question is yes. Black culture is very ghetto. Prime example of that is an event that occurred last weekend, which is the BET Music Awards. Starting with the red carpet, it seems as if the theme of the night was basically naked. We had woman after woman after woman walking around, half dressed, barely presentable.
Look at this. And they the main one that talk about, oh, they sexualizing us and this. But look how you guys come on the set. They come to BET Awards to dress like that, and they expect men or other women not to say anything, just the posters be like, oh my God, they look so nice and this and that. No, man, they got kids watching you guys. There's a lot of kids that look up to you guys, and the nonsense that you guys are doing is just ridiculous. Look what y'all putting on in front of live TV. This is the culture. This is why I believe the culture is trash. You know, not everybody celebrated like that. I mean, you know, not a lot of people. I can't put everybody in the same thing in the same cup, because it's not everybody agree with it. But most of it is just where, like 70% of a lot of people that's in this the culture kind of agree with this nonsense like this. I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with it at all. It's disgusting. It's not right. It's kids out there that looks up to these people that follow them and then see what these girls are doing. It's just disgusting, period. Let's continue.
Ambush fashion, this is black culture. Moving on to the award show itself, when you look at the artists' performances, same thing, a lot of sexualization, promotion of violence, regular black culture. Now, if you look at the BET Awards or just hip-hop culture in general, it is very easy for one to come to the conclusion that it is, in fact, ghetto.
Right.
And if you didn't know anything about history, you would assume that it has always been this way. Now, that is obviously not the fact. I was scrolling on Facebook a couple of days ago and I came across this picture of what seemed to be a debutante show. Now, looking at this picture, you can see well-dressed black people, men and women, young men and women, beautifully adorned in these dresses and these suits, celebrating being classy, being proper, just all while being black. And this was in the 1940s, which was an era that was ripe with racism and, you know, Jim Crow era law. So it wasn't as if black people had the freedom to, you know, necessarily do these things in the same way that their white counterparts were able to, but they still went ahead and did it. After seeing this picture on Facebook, I went on this whole social media deep dive into finding videos of pictures of black people, black culture before the advent of, you know, current day hip hop culture. And I came across a plethora of examples of, again, black people just being better, more put together, more classy, well-dressed, seemingly intact, families intact, kids looking good. When you look at that and you look at what's going on today and you see the sharp contrast, you have to wonder what happened. How is it that a culture that was so rich, you know, evolved into nothing but degeneracy? Now, I want to put in a little caveat before I continue and say one thing. What happened at the BET Awards, or what you see in hip-hop culture, is not black culture. How do I say this? It's not all that black culture is, even in modern day America. A couple of things I want to say here. A lot of people get upset with Candace Owens, another black conservative, when we are as critical of black culture as we are. And the reasons are because, one, we are right. It is objective what we are looking at today. And quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of people acting as if this is normal. And the minute that you criticize this, the minute that you show your disapproval, somehow you're not invited to this invisible barbecue or this invisible cookout, whatever it's called. Your black card gets revoked, and all of a sudden you're shilling for white people and white supremacy and all of this nonsense. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why is it that we are so willing to defend blatant nonsense and stupidity? What type of...
She's 100% correct there, man. You could say anything about the culture or anything. People automatically just assume you just, you know, you're a hater. You're doing this for white people. I mean, where people take responsibility of the actions of when they do something they shouldn't be doing, to where look how many people, they just be killing each other left and right. You know, you can't say black on black crime, because you say that, that's the white man Reddit, you know, that's what they say, and you guys go for it and stuff. But if you look at it, just doing, I think, Easter weekend, whatever, in Chicago, it was like 31 people got shot. Just like that. And you can't say nothing about it because it's normal to them. So when they start normalizing these kind of stuff that they're doing out here, you can't say nothing, because this is what they used to. Shooting each other, killing each other, shaking their butt on stage. What else they doing? Fighting, just doing stupid stuff, stealing, shoplifting, all type of stuff. I'm not saying that blacks are the only that doing this thing, but the majority of the blacks are doing this. A lot of blacks that's doing this. You know, it's sad at the same time. It's like, you know, you want good for your culture, you want good for the black community, but when you say you want good to them, automatic, you're a hater. You know, you're a hater. So this is not. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that the black culture do, but there's a lot of people in the black community do good stuff, and those are the one that, you know, I accept and I approve on the things that they do. You know, like let's say I see there's a lot of, you know, a lot of black guys. I see they go in, you know, go in the community, try to help out other kids, you know, by doing things like they go and play basketball, open centers and stuff like that, where the kids go in to, you know, learn how to read and write and things like that. But at the same time, you know, when these celebrities out here doing the stuff that they're doing, it's hard for the kids to get away from it, because it's everywhere. It's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. Let's continue.
Future are we laying out for our kids, for black kids coming into this world? You want to tell them that this is how you should present yourself, this is what you should support, while we sit there and, you know, want to cry about generational wealth and how we need to build up our communities and how we need to protect the black family. What are we promoting? How is it that the message that we are, you know, complaining about is so starkly different than the message that we are promoting? What is it that we really want? So I think that's one thing. People get upset because black conservatives are objectively right. Number two, black people have somehow become so sensitive that the minute that you say something that goes outside of the popular narrative of what a black person is supposed to think, the entire community comes for your neck. And somehow you're supposed to sit there and be like, I know I can't say certain things. Even, you know, me myself, who tends to be,
sorry about that, but man, I don't care. I say whatever I want. You can't tell me what to say. You can't shut my mouth. When I see something that's going on, I'm gonna say it. Hey, what this person doing is wrong. They shouldn't be doing this because it's not right. Just yesterday, I was at this meat place, this store, and it was this guy in there just complaining about something about, I guess that one of the employee saw the wife, you know, using somebody's card or something like that. And the man got so upright, like he got so tight to where he was about to fight the girl. And 100% the man was wrong. And the lady was using someone else's card. And you trying to tell me that that the store owners don't have a right to say, hey, what you're doing is wrong? Nah, they should say it. I was there and I said, yes, they need to arrest this dude. They need to arrest both of them, because what they're doing is stealing. You can't be taking somebody's card and you in there trying to shop with the card, you know what I'm saying, without the person's permission or whatever, and you think it's okay that they should not say anything. Man, there was a lot of dudes in there was about to put this man in place too himself, because you can't do that, man. And it was a lot of black folks in there who were just upset about it. Let's continue.
Very outspoken online. Sometimes I think twice about some of the things that I'm going to say, because I just know how people are going to react. And as much as I want to say, like, you know what, facts don't care about your feelings, feelings oftentimes don't care about facts. You can sit there and state a plethora of statistics that prove to show that what black culture is right now does not lead to anything but, you know, just degeneracy and nonsense and just unproductivity and just cultural and moral decay. You can show all the statistics, and no matter what you show people, no matter what you present to them, because their feelings have become so wrapped up in the narrative and they hold on to it so dearly that they completely disregard any fact that you present towards them. And because I feel like black people have become so coddled in American, you know, progressivism, and the fact that, you know, these progressives are using the black community as a front to push their own narrative, black people's feeling gets, you know, coddled and are told that any criticism of anything black needs to be shunned or silenced, which is just so ridiculous considering what black people have gone through in this country and what they have been able to overcome despite, you know, criticism, despite literal racism. They were able to overcome so much. But black people today, the minute you say something bad about black culture, about hip-hop culture, black music, all of that things, all of a sudden you are the devil himself. Honestly, I'm at a point where, and this is gonna sound mean, sometimes I understand why the black vote isn't taken seriously on a political lens, because it is so easily manipulated and it doesn't take much to get the black vote. This is exactly why the Democratic Party has been able to hold on to it for so long. Right. Despite how they have failed the black community, all they have to do is say white people racist, Republican racist, conservative racist, and then boom, black people line up in droves to vote for them over and over again, generation after generation, decade after decade, election after election, because we don't ask for much. We don't ask for results. We don't really ask for change. We don't ask for improvement. We don't ask for progress. All we really ask for is pandering, because it seems as if that's the only thing that...
I totally agree with her on that. We don't ask. All we do is pander and ask for reparations and things like that. Man, stop it. Get out of here, man.
People use to get our votes. So when you look at that reality, it's easy to kind of fall into hopelessness and kind of sort of disregard not the community, but not necessarily focus on changing anything, because change cannot happen from top down. It has to be bottom up. Things have to change from a communal level, and a cultural level, and that kind of then goes up to politics. So you want to try to focus on changing the culture, and I think that does start with kind of being a little objectively mean and objectively critical, to the point where it wakes up certain people to have certain conversations. And those conversations are not always going to be easy. They're not always going to be nice. People are going to get emotional. As a black conservative, you are going to be called a coon. You are going to be called an Uncle Tom. You're going to be called a bandwench. You're going to be called so many obscene terms. But if you are convicted in your belief, and you are convicted about your ideology, and you know for a fact that what you're saying is truth and there is value in your opinions, you kind of have to have this I don't care attitude. And that is what I have recognized. And I think get it to the point where I realize I do not care. I am not going to sit there and have like just this awful culture represent people that look like me. I said a whole lot of nothing there, I feel like, but hopefully I made sense, and hopefully my point is clear, which is that the criticism of Black American culture does not come from a place of hate or disgust or even, just frustration, but care and hope and a strong belief that we can do better. And I hope that is what was projected in this video, and I really hope that this encourages anyone who's a Black conservative struggling to kind of find their voice and being able to be confident in their beliefs and what they, know to be right. You can do it. You do not have to sit there and fear your Black card getting taken away, or feeling somehow that you are less Black because you think hip-hop culture is trash.
And that was in the video. Guys, I agree with her on a lot of her points that she hit. Like, we can't, I'm not here to say that the whole culture is trash, right? But most of it is. It's just what that we celebrate is what I'm saying is trash. You got people that get locked up and they're telling us, we saying free this person after they done killed a few people, done robbed a few people and things like that. It's true, man. You that's not what we don't represent this type of stuff. This kind of violence, we don't represent it. And I'm sure the people that lives in the Black community, they are tired of a lot of stuff that they see every day that's going on in the community. Every day. I'm sure they is tired of it. Just like I am. I don't live in the, my area, it's just, it's mixed with a lot of people, but at the same time, I do care for the community. I came from that. Yes, I was able to get out. Am I happy I got out? Of course I'm happy. I have kids now. I'm raising my kids not to act like these kind of kids that lives in the hood, and it sucks to say that because that's what's going on. These kids, some of them, I'm telling you, man, I visit a lot of these kids that I've seen, especially because I worked at an elementary school before. I was doing IT at one school, and I come in and I see these kids and I talk to them, and a lot of them never left. Let's say, okay, like Miami, because I was raised in Miami, so I would ask them, hey, what places have you gone before? And most of them will tell you, listen, they never even been to Broward. Broward is the next county of Miami-Dade. It's a county above Miami-Dade. That's the next county. And I'm telling you that it takes like about 20 minutes to get to Broward, depending where in Miami you live, right? So I asked them, and they say they never been there before. I'm talking about, we got Disney World here in Florida. They never been to Disney. They never been to Orlando. I'm talking about they never left their city. And I find that so sad. And it's like one day I just wanted to, just rent a whole bus, just to take them just somewhere up there to Disney or whatever. Just have a good day. Just one day, go up one day and come back. But I never got a chance to do it because I was only there for like 6 months. I was willing to take the money out of my own bank account, my own pocket to pay for this. Get like about 6 or 7 or 8 kids to help them, just to show them, hey, this is not only what you guys have. This world is big, man. This is your world. This is yours. And even, I think, I did a high school before too. The high school, a lot of the kids have been different places, but a lot of them have not. All they know is just home, the streets, and that's it. And a lot of them, of course, grew up without no father. And I'm like, I just find that kind of crazy. I know I grew up without a father, but I know my mom definitely did her hardest. She was able to get us out the hood and stuff like that. And we was happy that we got out of the hood. I'm very happy. And we moved somewhere better. But now, we're somewhere even better. But, I have to say, I thank my mom for that. It was just such, my dad and them, they couldn't get along, whatever, and stuff like that. I know things does happen like that. But I'm not going to call my dad deadbeat because I don't know what happened to this situation. They don't talk about it. I really don't care to know. Because just bringing that up again, I don't know, just open that a wound. I didn't grow up with my dad, so. But, we cool. That's still my dad, That's still my mom, so I'm not going to hate on my mom or my dad. They had their issues, and okay, me and my wife, we good, we together. I'm showing my kids, hey, this is how it is to be married. I'm not saying I want you guys to be exactly like me, but it's just the respect that I want you to have. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great one, man. Thank you again, guys, for all the support. You guys have a good one.